and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mako and I'm going to be giving you a general roundup of what's happening with Liverpool. First, we'll start off with the transfer rumours. There's two to talk about. The first one will be Gini Wijnaldum, reportedly coming back on loan to the club. I think would be good. Makes sense, to be fair, especially if we're waiting on that certain person, Jude Bellingham. So if we get him through the door for a season, it makes sense to me. The only thing I'm a bit wary about with this one is the board. I think the board didn't appreciate him. That's why he went in the first place. So yeah, it's one of them. It's not the strongest rumours around Gina, but there has been a few. The next one is the one I want to talk about a little bit more, and it's the one that worries me the most. It's Marco Asensio. This one worries me a lot because what does it mean with Salah? That's the question, not about the transfer. It means what's happening with Salah. I think if we're looking for right wingers, that means Salah's not signing, which is massive for Liverpool. And to be fair, Marco Asensio, what's he done for Real Madrid? He's not been great, has he? He don't get in the squad week in, week out. He looked good a few years ago. If you asked me a few years ago would I took him, it would have been a definite yeah. But nah, he just don't play as much, and he's got a bad injury record, which it's not going to help us. If he plays second fiddle to Salah this season, he'll be all right. But I don't get why we're signing him. It makes no sense to me. But I didn't believe it at first. This one, I thought, yeah, it's a bit of nonsense. But a lot more rumours are coming about him. It's even on BBC Sport now. I know it's not the greatest source, but when stuff like that's on there, it means something's at least happening there. And the transfer in general has not been great this season. I think if I was to rate it out of 10, it would be a 3 out of 10, and people might be shocked at that. I think the Nunes deal covers cracks, which he shouldn't. The man he's going is bigger than what people think. I think you look at him, he's world class. He's probably one of our most important players, and we've signed a young kid who's had one breakout season. It doesn't matter about the fee, what we paid for him. Everyone's going to be looking at the £65 million and obviously the add-ons and thinking, oh, he's the replacement, he's the man. But you've got to think he's only had one good season, and that worries me a lot. So 3 out of 10 for me. And we're not even paying the 65 million either. You've got sales. We're weakening the squad. If you look at it overall at Liverpool, we're weakening the squad. We've got Origi going, Minamino going, Mane's gone. That pays for the fee itself. So have we really spent out again this summer? For me, without Klopp and the people in charge of the transfers, these owners would be called out, to be fair. And I'm not having a go, because obviously I'm grateful we've got the people in charge who look after us and make us good. But yeah, I think they got very lucky at this, the owners of the club. They don't spend enough. We've got to be challenged. Look who we're competing with. We're competing with Man City. They're strengthening. Just come through on my phone 2 minutes ago, they've just agreed to deal with Leeds for Calvin Phillips. So what are we doing in our midfield? It's just getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and we're not strengthening. On to the next section. This is going to be what I think the starting lineup will be the first couple of games of the season. And to be honest, I don't know if Nunes gets in the first game. I think Klopp likes to bed him in. Maybe he's got enough time in pre-season, but I don't think Nunes starts the first game. My starting 11 would be Alisson, Trent, Konate. He's got to get more game times this year. He looked colossal last season. You think of the performances at Old Trafford, where he dominated with Van Dijk, obviously 5-0. He's not playing against nobody either. Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, he played very well that game. You look at the semi-final in the FA Cup, colossal again. City, no mugs, very good team. They beat us to the league last season. So yeah, that's got to be the main partnership for me this season. Moving on to left back, it's got to be Robinson. He's an iffy one to me. I think he had a month or two where he wasn't at his best, and I think Timishkas should have come in and replaced him. But he's still got to start for me. And then you move on to this midfield, and this is where I start having my problems. You start Fabinho, Thiago, and then who's that third? And to me, he's not a definite player where I'd say, yeah, he deserves to be there. I think does Chamberlain go as well? That's another question. Keita, if But's a maybe player, 1 minute he looks amazing and then the next he don't perform. So would you give it to the 3 youngsters as well? Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Carvalho. That would be my personal where I'd go to with them. I'd share it between them 3. Obviously, get them more game times, get them into the squad. There's not that much pressure on them because there's 3 of them rotating them out in and out. So yeah, that would be. I would start with Harvey Elliott first. I think last season he was starting right at the beginning. Obviously, he had that horrible injury which knocked him back a bit. So yeah, that would be my midfield 3: Fabinho, Thiago, Elliott, and then moving on to the front 3. And this is where it gets interesting for me. I'd go Salah, Nunez. I would go Nunez, but I don't think it will start. I think it will be Jota, and then I would say Diaz is the left winger. That is my starting lineup for the first game this season against Fulham away. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and that's it for now. See you later.